Blue and red lights flashed across my yard like I was some kind of criminal. Neighbors crowded in the street whispering, and right there at my gate, the HOA's queen herself, Karen, stood with bolt cutters in her hand, ready to tear down the fence I'd built on my own land. Act 1. The conflict begins. My name's Evan Miller. I'm a husband, a dad, and a guy who just wanted a quiet life by the lake. My wife Sarah teaches 2nd grade, and our son Liam is 8, full of energy, the kind of kid who chases ducks without thinking twice. We saved for years, pinched pennies, and finally bought a house in Lake Meadow, a place that looked like a dream. The lake shimmered, neighbors smiled, and for once I thought, we made it. Most neighbors were kind. Old Mr. Jenkins across the street brought over sweet tea so strong it made my eyes water. Mrs. Gomez asked Sarah about teaching, said we'd love it here. Even the fishing guys waved me over one Saturday. But then there was her Karen Whitfield, chair of compliance, the self-appointed queen of rules. The first time we met, she didn't smile. She scanned the cookies we brought like she was inspecting contraband, then said, "Did you read the welcome packet? Especially the Lakeview Corridor policy. No fences on the waterline, no structures blocking views." I nodded politely, said we wanted to be good neighbors. She gave one curt nod and closed the door. We let it go. People put their armor up sometimes, Sarah told me. Lead with kindness, so I did. A few weeks later we planned the fence. Not a wall, just a low black aluminum fence to keep Scout, our dog, and Liam safe from the water when we weren't standing right there. I did everything right. Called the city, got a permit, hired a surveyor. Mr. Patel, the guy with a hat that said measure twice, cut once, marked our property line down to the inch. We were in the clear. I even filled out the HOA form attached. The survey wrote a note. Safety for our child and dog, 4 feet. Inside the line, permit attached. Dropped it off, smiled at the clerk. Easy right. 9 days later we got a letter. Bold letters like a slap. Denied. Remove immediately. Fines begin Friday. Friday came, but we hadn't even built the fence yet. It was still in bundles in the garage. Still, Karen showed up and slapped a violation tag on our mailbox. I walked out with a forced smile. "Good morning. I think there's a mistake." "No mistake," she said, sliding on sunglasses like a mask. "No fences at the lake. People like you try to privatize the water. Not here." I explained survey permit safety. Didn't matter. She'd already written the report. So we built the fence anyway. For Liam, for Scout, for peace of mind. 4 feet high, neat black rails, a little bell on the gate, and Liam's hand-painted sign that said, "Beware of dreams." He thought it was hilarious. We kept it. For a moment life was good again, but with Karen it never stayed that way. Act 2. Escalation and Doubt. The morning after we finished, the HOA newsletter came out. Page 2, our fence, big red X over it. Unauthorized structure. Owner refuses to comply. Neighbors started whispering. Some backed us up. Others glared. On the neighborhood app, comments piled up. Rules are rules. Children come first. It turned into a battleground, and we were the headline. Children come. 3 days later, another notice slid under our door. Remove fence in 48 hours or $100 per day. We couldn't take it down, not with Liam running around, not with the survey proving we were legal. Sarah kissed my cheek and said, "Kindness is not weakness." I tried to believe her. Then came the night the cruisers pulled up. Blue and red lights danced across the water. Karen stood at my gate with a folder under one arm, her phone in the other like a badge. I called them. She told the little knot of neighbors who had wandered over. "Because he's violating the rules." 2 officers stepped out, calm and professional. "Sir, do you have paperwork?" I did. "Permit, survey, city approval." They walked the line, saw the orange stakes still in the ground. "I see," Officer Martinez said. Behind us, Karen huffed. "This is a waste of time. That fence blocks the view." Then she did it. She reached over, grabbed the latch, and rattled it. Officer Martinez warned her. She ignored him. She pulled again. The latch clicked. The gate opened an inch. The bell chimed once. And then she stepped through. Onto my property. Sarah gasped. Scout barked like mad. Liam hid behind my leg. My chest tightened like a vice. "Please, Karen," I said. "My family is out here. Step back." She didn't. She pulled bolt cutters from her tote bag, held them up like a trophy. "If the HOA has to do it, we will. Consider this compliance action." Time slowed. The metal glinted under the cruiser lights. My son's little sign swayed in the breeze. I stepped forward, hands up. "Don't do this. You'll hurt yourself. Let's talk." But she pressed down. The latch snapped back. The chain whipped, slashing her wrist. She yelped, stumbled, nearly fell into the lake. I caught her arm. So did Officer Martinez. For a heartbeat, it was human. Then her eyes shifted and she turned to the crowd, holding up her wrist. "He grabbed me. He assaulted me. You all saw it." Gasps, murmurs, neighbors leaning away from me. "No," Sarah cried. "He helped you, but the damage was done." Officer Martinez's face tightened, his hand brushing his cuffs. "Sir, put your hands where I can see them." I froze. My heart hammered. Neighbors whispered, "He's dangerous." That was the moment I cracked inside. Standing there, lights painting me like a criminal, my own neighbors doubting me, I wondered if Karen was right, if I'd brought this on myself. Maybe I should have just never built the fence. Maybe I'd put my family in danger for nothing. That night, Sarah held my hand and whispered, "Don't let her win." But doubt ate at me. Was I stubborn? Was I risking my family's safety for pride? The next morning, a brick smashed into the fence, wrapped in paper. "Take it down or else." My hands shook as I bagged it for evidence. Fear twisted into rage. That was the turning point. I wasn't giving up. Not now. Act 3, Climax and Justice. From there it escalated. More threats, more notes. One night, kids with a crowbar tried to tear the fence down. Another night, they poured gasoline, ready to set it on fire. Police caught them. One of them, Dylan, was the son of Karen's closest ally. Under the cruiser's lights, rain pouring, he spat the words. "Karen said you'd ruin everything. She told us to stop you." That was it. Proof. Not just HOA rules, any more harassment, trespass, incitement. Karen even showed up at my door trembling but still defiant. "I never wanted anyone hurt," she said. "You lit the match," I told her. "You turned rules into weapons." We filed suit. Court was packed, reporters scribbling. Karen sat with her lawyer, wrist still bandaged, lips thin as stone. Sarah sat beside me holding Liam's hand. Our lawyer David laid it out. The survey permits, police reports, the brick, the threatening notes, the footage of Dylan with the crowbar, his confession. Piece by piece, the story of a family harassed, endangered, bullied for daring to build a fence. Karen's lawyer tried to paint me as arrogant, as someone who thought I was above the rules. But Officer Martinez took the stand steady and calm. This family followed the law. Karen chose to break it. Silence fell. Even Karen's allies looked away. By the end, the judge's gavel cracked like thunder. Karen was found liable for trespass, harassment, and damages, ordered to pay restitution, legal fees, and stripped from the HOA board. I didn't cheer. I didn't smile. I just stood there, heart pounding, watching as they let her out, still spitting protests, still glaring at me with cold fire in her eyes. And that was where it ended. Not with celebration, not with relief, just the heavy truth that the Queen of Rules had finally fallen. Closing line. Rules without kindness aren't protection. They're just weapons waiting to be abused.